Welcome back to Peter Speaks. Today, I want to speak directly to the part of you that's tired. The part of you that wants more. The part of you that knows, deep down, you're meant for something bigger than this moment. And if no one has told you lately, you're allowed to begin again. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to want a life that feels meaningful, peaceful, and yours. This episode is different. This one isn't just motivation, it's a long, honest conversation. A moment to breathe, a moment to reconnect with yourself, a moment to remember who you are and who you can still become. So if you can, relax your shoulders, take a slow breath, and let's walk together through something powerful. You know, it's strange. We live in a world with more opportunities than ever before, yet so many people feel stuck. Maybe you feel it too. Not because you're weak, not because you're lazy, but because somewhere along the way, life taught you to shrink yourself. To silence your desires. To accept good enough, even when something inside you whispered for more. We grow up believing we have to follow a script, go to school, get a job, survive, repeat. But your soul, your heart, your dreams, they weren't built for routines alone. You were built to evolve, to expand, to feel alive, and when you don't grow, you feel the weight of it. That heaviness, that emptiness, it's not depression or failure. It's your soul telling you, I'm ready for something new. Before you can grow, you need honesty. Not the kind you tell other people, but the kind you whisper to yourself at 2 a.m. What do you really want? What are you afraid to admit? What dream have you buried because life got complicated? Most people never grow because they're terrified of wanting more. Wanting more feels dangerous. It threatens the life you've already built. It exposes the gap between where you are and where you want to be. But listen to me, your desires are not accidents. What calls to you is meant for you. Your dreams are not random. They are echoes of the person you were designed to become. And when you ignore them, you lose pieces of yourself. People think change is loud and dramatic. A big decision, a big moment, a big announcement. No, real change is quiet. It begins in ordinary days, tiny choices, small moments. Waking up 10 minutes earlier. Reading one page instead of scrolling. Writing down one thought. Choosing a calmer response. Walking for 5 minutes. Turning off noise. Breathing before reacting. Small doesn't feel powerful at first, but small is sustainable. Small becomes consistent, and consistent becomes unstoppable. Every great transformation in history started with someone taking one small step before they felt ready. And that can be you too. Let's talk about something important, healing. Because growth doesn't happen when you hate who you've been. It happens when you understand who you've been. You made mistakes? Good. That means you were trying. You got hurt? Good. That means you cared. You failed? Good. That means you were brave enough to attempt something real. Your past is not a prison. It is a teacher. And you don't heal by forgetting. You heal by understanding. By forgiving. By gently releasing the shame that kept you small. Your story isn't over. It's evolving. Somewhere along the line, someone or something convinced you that you weren't enough. Maybe a parent, maybe a teacher, maybe a partner, maybe life itself. But let me tell you something with absolute love and clarity. Self-belief is not something you're born with, it's something you build. Every time you try again, you build it. Every time you learn something new, you build it. Every time you choose growth instead of fear, you build it. Confidence comes from evidence, and if you don't have it yet, that simply means your evidence starts today. I want you to imagine something. Imagine the version of you who didn't quit on themselves. The version of you who kept going, kept learning, kept growing, even when no one was watching, even when it hurt, even when it felt slow. Who would you be in a year? Who would you be in 5? What kind of person could you become if you no longer held yourself back? That version of you is real. They already exist, just in the future. And the bridge between you and that stronger, wiser, calmer version is built one small decision at a time. There comes a moment in life, a quiet moment, when something inside shifts. When you whisper, I deserve better. I can do better. I want to grow. That moment is the beginning of everything. Not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because you become willing. Growth isn't about controlling everything around you. It's about controlling what happens inside you. You can't control people. You can't control the past. You can't control uncertainty. But you can control your habits, your reactions, your effort, your mindset, your next step. That's your power. And once you take it back, nothing can stop you. So before this episode ends, I want you to take one deep breath and allow yourself to feel proud. Proud that you listened, proud that you're still trying, proud that something inside you is waking up again. You're not behind, you're not broken, you're becoming. and becoming takes time, but hear me clearly. Your life can change. Your story can shift. Your future can brighten. And it all starts with one decision today. Thank you for listening. This is Peter Speaks, and your journey continues. Thank you, and please do not forget to like and subscribe. That will be a pleasure for me. Listen to my podcasts and stay updated.